It started with a single word. Stop. The sound echoed across the glossy floor of Harrington's department store, one of the city's most upscale shopping centers. Every head turned as a security guard, tall, stern, hand on his radio, pointed directly at a man walking toward the exit. Sir! I said stop. The man froze. Marcus Bennett, 33 years old, neatly dressed in a gray suit, holding a shopping bag in one hand and his phone in the other. He blinked, confused. Is something wrong? The guard marched closer. You need to come with me. Marcus frowned. Why? I paid for my things. The guard's voice grew louder. We've had a report of theft. People were staring now. Whispering. Recording. Marcus felt the weight of every gaze pressing down on him. I just bought a tie and a pair of shoes, he said quietly. The receipt's in the bag. But the guard didn't listen. He grabbed Marcus's arm. You can explain that in the office. Marcus's heart pounded, humiliation burning in his chest. He looked around, at the people watching but saying nothing. And then he said something that made everyone pause. Turn on your cameras. Let's see the truth. What happened next would not only change the store's reputation, but expose a truth that had been buried for far too long. Marcus sat in the small, windowless security room, harsh fluorescent lights buzzing above him. The guard, Officer Daniels, leaned against the wall, arms crossed. Empty your pockets, Daniels ordered. Marcus sighed, keeping his tone calm. I told you, I didn't steal anything. Then prove it. Marcus slowly emptied his pockets, wallet, keys, phone. Nothing else. Daniels opened the shopping bag, pulling out the shoes and tie. He turned the box over and frowned. No receipt. Marcus leaned forward. It's inside the box lid. Daniels checked again, and there it was. Receipt. Timestamp. Card payment. Everything. But instead of apologizing, Daniels just said, You could have printed that yourself. Marcus's jaw clenched. Are you serious? Before Daniels could respond, the store manager, a woman named Rebecca Cole, entered the room. Officer, what's going on here? She asked. Daniels replied. Caught him trying to walk out with merchandise. Marcus stood up. Caught me? You grabbed me in front of everyone and dragged me here. Check the cameras. Rebecca hesitated. We can review the footage. Daniels grumbled. It'll just waste our time. Marcus snapped. If you're so sure, prove it. Rebecca turned to the monitor and started playback. The footage showed Marcus browsing the tie section, selecting one, walking to the register, and paying by card. Then heading to the shoe department, trying on a pair, and paying again. Both times, clear as day. Rebecca's eyes widened. Oh my God! Daniels swallowed hard. Maybe it's not the right angle. Marcus pointed to the screen. That's me, my card, my bag. I didn't steal a thing. Rebecca turned slowly toward Daniels. You just humiliated an innocent man. Daniels muttered. I was doing my job. Marcus shot back. No, you were making assumptions. The silence that followed was heavier than any alarm. Rebecca immediately offered to refund Marcus's purchase, but he refused. I don't want your refund, he said quietly. I want respect. Then he turned to Daniels. Do you even know why you stopped me? Daniels avoided his gaze. Marcus continued. Was it because I was the only black man in a suit? Because that looks suspicious to you. Rebecca whispered. Marcus, I'm so sorry. This isn't who we are. He looked at her, pain flickering behind his calm. It's exactly who you are, when you don't question it. Rebecca was speechless. Before Marcus left, he asked to keep a copy of the footage. That night, he posted it online, not out of anger, but out of a need for change. I was accused of theft because someone saw color before they saw a customer. He wrote. Watch the video. Tell me if this looks like justice. By morning, it had millions of views. The comments poured in. He handled that with grace. Unbelievable. Still happening in 2025. This store better do something fast. Within 24 hours, Harrington's issued a public apology and suspended Officer Daniels. But Marcus didn't stop there. He met with the CEO and proposed a new initiative. See me, not my skin. A racial bias training program for all staff nationwide. The CEO agreed, pledging to sponsor community outreach events focused on fair treatment and awareness. Weeks later, Marcus was invited to speak at the company's annual leadership conference. Standing on stage, he said, "Bias isn't always loud. Sometimes it whispers in silence and hides behind rules. But once you see it, you can't unsee it. The question is, will you ignore it or change it?" The audience rose to their feet. And somewhere in the back, Rebecca wiped a tear. Months later, Marcus received a letter from Officer Daniels. "You were right," it read. "I didn't even realize how I was judging people. That day opened my eyes. Thank you for handling it better than I did." Marcus smiled. Forgiveness didn't erase what happened, but it transformed it. He wrote back, "We can't rewrite the moment, but we can rewrite what comes next." Today, Marcus's story is used in training programs across the country, reminding people that prejudice can't survive in the light of truth. Because cameras don't lie. But courage is what makes the truth matter. Would you have spoken up if you saw this happening? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Your words might be what changes someone's tomorrow. If you believe respect should never depend on appearance, hit like, share, and subscribe for more true inspired stories that reveal the strength of standing tall in a world that sometimes looks away. Because sometimes, justice doesn't need a courtroom. Just a camera, and the courage to press record.